In a traditional project, return on investment is equal to the difference of the total revenue and the total cost divided by the total cost. In a Scrum project, because the development is in sprints and because stakeholders are involved throughout the project, return on investment can be assessed during the project. Ideally, at the end of every sprint, a new component of the overall product is made available to the stakeholders for evaluation and testing, and the return on investment can be calculated at this stage. The product owner is responsible for calculating return on investment and any other project metrics because they are tasked with ensuring that the Scrum team delivers the expected business value. In Agile Project, return on investment can be used to demonstrate the ratio of project revenue against project cost to date. Normally, a point score is attributed to each user story by the team, although some teams use different value systems. The number of points indicate the complexity of the user story, rather than the estimated effort, because an experienced team member will take less time than a junior team member. The sum of all the completed story points within a sprint is an important metric called the velocity. The actual time taken to complete the sprint is also determined, and this is a fixed value expressed as the number of weeks. The number of weeks should be the same for every sprint in order for the velocity to normalize. We can calculate return on investment for the sprint using this formula. Return on investment is equal to the difference of the velocity and the points completed, all divided by the points completed. Where points completed is the sum of the points for user stories that are done or completed. For instance, return on investment for the sprint equals 150 minus 100 divided by 100, which equals 50%, where velocity equals 150 and points completed equals 100. The return on investment in this case can never be greater than 1, because the completed sprint can only deliver a value less or equal to the total of points in the sprint backlog, which is the velocity. We can also calculate return on investment for the Scrum team as a whole in the same way using the cumulative velocity for the Scrum team. Velocity of sprint 1 plus velocity of sprint 2 plus velocity of sprint 3, etc. Or the estimated total velocity, which equals the velocity of sprint 1 multiplied by the number of sprints. The total cost would be points done in sprint 1 plus points done in sprint 2 plus points done in sprint 3, and so on. This return on investment could also be considered to be the confidence level in the Scrum team, which should rise as each sprint is completed. If the team is improving their productivity as each sprint completes, it is likely that the velocity for each sprint will be higher than the velocity for the previous sprint. A suitable meeting for reporting on the return on investment is the sprint review meeting, where the return on investment for the sprint and the Scrum to date can both be reported on. It can also be used in the sprint retrospective to assess very quickly whether the team is improving in or at least maintaining the delivery of value.